Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Kung anong oras mo man ito napanood, please comment down pero para alam ko kung anong oras mo ito napanood. Okay? Our topic for the day is all about test development. Under po ito ng method and statistic used in research studies and test construction. Okay? So, ano nga po ba yung test development? This is an umbrella term for all that goes into the process of creating a test, okay? This process developing a test occurs in 5 or more stages, okay? Depende sa inyong resources or na binasa, okay? Ito po kasi kay Cohen and kay Kaplan, okay? Cohen, Swerdlik, Saccuzzo, yan. Okay? Please subscribe our YouTube channel. I hope this video will help you sa pag-review. Katulad ko ngayon, nagre-review ng board exam. Okay? So, yan. Test development. Sa iba, guys, na libro, meron silang 5 na test or item na tinatawag. Pero dito, sa akin siguro i-minimize ko na lang siguro mga 4, ganyan. Sa iba kasi merong test conception, test conceptualization, test construction, test tryout, yung ganyan, item analysis, test revision. Ito ay hatiin ko na lang sa test conceptualization, test construction, third, test tryout, and revision. Siguro yan. So, let's proceed. Ito pong test conceptualization. This stage wherein the following is determined: the construct, goal, user, taker, administration, format, response, benefits, cost, at interpretation. Okay? It determines whether the test will be norm reference or criterion reference. Okay? We have also called this may tinatawag tayong pilot work or pilot study or pilot research. This is where preliminarily research surrounding the creation of the prototype of the test. Okay? And this is masabi ko, this is a concept to determine how best to measure a target construct. Okay? Entail lead reviewers and examination, creation, revision, and deletion of preliminary items. Okay? This test conceptualization covering idea for a test. Okay? May tumitil na ako, rinig ba? So, ayun. Next na tayo dito sa may test construction. This stage is a stage in a process of a development that entails writing test items, okay? Or rewriting or revising existing items, as well as formatting items, setting scoring rules, and otherwise design and build a test. Okay? It is not good to create an item that contains numerous idea. Okay? The item pool, revision, or well form which the item will okay, or will not be draw for the final revision of the test. Okay? Sa item banks naman po is relatively large and easy accessible collection of test questions. Sa computerized adaptive testing naman po, it refers to an interactive, computer administered test taking process wherein the items present to the test takers are based in part on the test taker's performance on previous item. Okay? The test administered may be different from each test taker depending on the test performance on the items presented. Okay? Sa test construction, this is reduces floor and ceiling effects. Okay, ano nga po ba yung floor effects? It is occur when there is some lower limit on a survey or questionnaire, and a large percentage of respondents score near this lower limit. Okay? Test takers have low scores. Ano naman yung ceiling effects? Occurs when there is no upper limit on a survey or questionnaire, and a large percentage of respondents score near this upper limit. Okay? Test takers have a high score. Okay? Meron din po tayong tinatawag na item branching, where kung saan ability of the computer to tailor the content and order of presentation of items on the basis of respondents to previous items. Meron din po tayong item format, kung saan tinitignan yung format, plan, structure, arrangement, and layout of individual test items. Okay? Yung sa mga previous nating mga video, ito naka-attach dito yun. Like this one, dichotomous format offers two alternatives for each item. Meron din tayong polychotomous format. Each item has more than two alternatives. Okay? Meron din tayong category format, where this format responds as to rate a construct. Okay? Meron din tayong checklist na kaloob dito, na kung saan na subject receive a long list of adjectives and indicates where each one of characteristic of himself or herself. Okay? Sa Kaplan scale naman po, in this item are arranged from weaker to stronger expressions of attitude, belief, or feelings. Okay? Meron din tayong selected response format. This is required test taker to select response from a set of alternative response. Okay, nakagets po ba? Sa ating test construction, nakapaloob din dito yung multiple choice. Has 3 elements. STEM question, correction, opinion, and several incorrect alternatives like distractors or false. Okay? Should one correct answer has grammatically parallel alternatives, similar strength, alternatives that fit grammatically with the STEM. Avoid ridiculous distraction. Not excessive long. Okay? All of the above or none of the above. Pwede rin siyang 20% ay 25%. Okay? Medyo mahaba-haba tayo dito sa test construction kasi meron din tayong marami pang iba katulad ng effective distractors. A distractor that was chosen equally by both high and low performing groups that enhance the consistency of the test result. Meron din pong ineffective distractors. May hurt the reliability of the test because they are time-consuming to read and can limit the number of good items. Meron din tayong cute distractors kung saan less likely to be chosen. May affect the reliability of the test because the test takers may guess from the remaining options. Okay? Second, matching item. Test takers is present with 2 columns. The premises and response. Okay? Third, binary choose. Okay? Usually takes the form of a sentence that requires the test takers to indicate whether the statement is or not a fact, like 50%. Okay? Construct response format requires the test takers to simply to supply or to create a correct answer, not merely selecting it. Okay? We have competition item where requires the examine to provide a word or phrase that completes a sentence. Okay? Second, meron tayo ditong short answer. This should be written clearly enough that the test taker can respond successfully. Okay? With short answer lang yun. Okay? Last, meron tayong essay. It allows creative integration and expression of materials. Okay? Saan meron tayong scaling, the process of setting rules for assigning numbers in measurement. Okay? Meron tayong primary scales of measurement. Dito sa test construction 4 yon, yung nominal, ordinal, ratio, interval. Pwede mo yung i-raffle to. Gawin natin iron. Okay? I means interval. This has a true 0 point. If the score is 0, it means none or null. Okay? Easiest to manipulate. Okay? Dito naman po sa O is it's turned to ordinal. Okay? Rank or ordering in some characteristic is also permissible. Nasa median to guys ha. Okay? Na tayo. Ratio. Ang meaning ng ating ratio is contain equal intervals. Okay? This is has no absolute 0 point. Even negative value have interpretation to it. Okay? Zero value does not mean it represents none. Okay? N. Nominal. It involves classification or categorization based on one or more distinguishing characteristics. Okay? Sa ating nominal, ang label and categorize observation but do not make any quantitative distinction between observations. Okay? Example natin dito is mode. Okay? Under pa rin ng ating test construction ang comparative scale of measurement, where first we have paired comparison. Ano nga ba yung paired comparison? Produce ordinal data by presenting with pairs of two stimuli which they are asked to compare. Okay? Compared comparison response is present with two objects at a time and asked to select one object according to some criterion. Okay? Second, the rank order. This is response. Respondents are present with several items stimulously and asked to rank them in order or priority. Okay? Third, we have constant sum. This is where respondents are asked to allocate a constant sum of the unit, such as point, okay, among set of stimulus object with respect to some criterion. Okay? Fourth, we have sort technique. Okay? Kung saan sort object based on similarity. Okay? With respect to some criterion. Okay? Under pa rin ng test construction. Haba, no? Meron tayong tinatawag na non-comparative scale of measurement. Okay? We have 9. Okay? First, we have continuous rating. Ano nga po ba yun? This is rate the objects by placing a mark at the appropriate position on a continuous line that runs from one extreme of the criterion variable to other. For instance, rating Guardians of the Galaxy as the best Marvel movie of Phase 4. Okay? Pangalawa, we have itemized rating. Ano nga po ba yung itemized rating? Having numbers or brief description associated with each category. For instances, 1. If you like the item the most. 2. If so, okay? 3. If you hate it, okay? Pangatlo, Likert scale, okay? It's indicate their own attitudes by checking how strongly they agree or disagree with carefully worded statements that range from very positive to very negative towards attitudinal object. Sa ating Likert scale, principle of the measuring attitudes by asking people to respond to a series of statements about the topic in terms of the extent to which they agree with them. Okay? Pang-apat, we have visual analog scale. A 100 millimeter line that allows subjects to express the magnitude of an experience of or brief 100 millimeter 100 ampere basta yun, alam mo yun. Ito naman tayo sa pang-5, semantic difference scale. Drive response attitude towards the given object by asking how to select an appropriate position on a scale between two bipolar opposites. Okay? Pang-6, stable scale, developed to measure the direction and intensity of an attitude stimulus. Okay? Pang-7, summative scale. Final score is obtained by summing the ratings across all the items. Okay? Pang-8, truth tone scale. It involves the collection of a variety of different statements about a phenomenon which are ranked by an expert panel in order to develop all questionnaire. Sa ating tone scale, it's allowed multiple answers. Okay? Pang-9, ang tawag dito, ipsative scale. The respondent must choose between two or more equally socially applicable opinions. Okay? Let's proceed na siguro sa ating test tryout. Sa ating test tryout, this is an informal rule of thumb should be no fewer than 5 and probably as many as 100 for each item. The more, the better. Dito sa ating test tryout, okay? Risk of using few subjects is equal phantom factors emerge. Okay? Sa ating tryout should be executed under conditions as identical as possible. Okay? Test tryout. This is a good test item. is one that answer correctly by highly score as a whole. Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na empirical criterion keying sa ating test tryout. Ano nga po ba yun? This is administering a large pool of test items to a sample of individuals who are known to differ on the construct being measured. Okay? Meron ding item analysis dito, where statistical procedure used to analyze items, evaluate test items. Meron ding discriminability analysis, kung saan ang employed to extreme correlation between each item and the total score of the test. Our item suggests a sample of behavior of an individual. Meron tayong TOS o Table of Specification, a blueprint of the test in terms of number of items per difficulty, topic importance, okay? Or taxonomy, okay? Sa ating test tryout, meron ding guidelines for item writing. Okay, sa writing, it's defined clearly what to measure. Generate item pool. Okay, avoid long items. Keep the level of reading difficulty appropriate for those who will complete the test. Okay? Avoid doubt barrier items. Consider making positive and negative word items. Okay? Meron tayong double barrier items, where items that convey more than one idea at the same time. Meron din tayong item difficulty. This is defined by the number of the people who get particular item correct. Okay? Item difficulty index. Okay? Calculating the proportion of the total number of test takers who answered the item correctly. The larger, the easier the item. Okay? Item endorsement index for personality testing. Percentage of individual who endorse an item in a personality test. The optimal average item difficulty is approximately 50%, with the item on the testing rating in difficulty from about 30% to 80%. Okay? Sa ating test tryout, meron din na masabi kong omnibus spiral format. These items in an ability are arranged into increasing difficulty. Okay? Meron ding item reliability index. It is provide an indication of the internal consistency of the test. Okay? The higher the item reliability index, the greater the test internal consistency. Okay? Next, we have item validity index. This is designed to provide an indication of the degree to which a test is measured, what is purports to measure. Okay? The higher item validity index, the greater the test criterion related validity. Okay? We have here item discrimination index. Measure of item discrimination, measure of the difference between the proportion of high scores answering an item correctly and the proportion of low scores answering the item correctly. Okay? Extreme group method compares people who have done well with those who have done poorly. Okay? Discrimination index, difference between the proportion. Okay? Point pizzeria method. This is where correlation between a dichotomous variable and continuous variable. Okay? Item characteristic curve. Graphic representation of the item difficulty and discrimination. Okay? Sa ating test tryout, meron ng guessing. One that elude any universally accepted solution. Okay? Item analysis taken under speed conditions yield misleading or uninterpretable results. Okay? Restrict item analysis on a speed test only to the items complete by the test takers. Test developers identically should administer the test to be item analyzed with generous time limits to complete the test. Okay? Sa ating test tryouts, meron din tayong tinatawag na scoring items or scoring models. Meron tayong tatlo nito. Una, we have cumulative model where kung saan ang test takers obtain the measure of the level of the trait. Those high scores may suggest high level in the trait being measured. Okay? Pangalawa, class scoring or category scoring. Okay? Test takers' response earn credit toward the placement in a particular class or category with other test takers. Those pattern of response is similar in some way. Okay? Pangatlo, we have ipsative scoring. Compares test takers' score on one scale within a test to another scale within that same test to unrelated construct. Okay? Pang-apat natin, we have test revision. Ano nga ba yung sa test revision? As revision proceeds, the advantage of writing a large item pool become more apparent because some items were removed and must be replaced by the items in the item pool. Okay? Administer the revised test under standardized conditions to a second Second, appropriate sample of examine. Okay? Cross-validation. Sa ating test revision, under yan na meron din natin or pwede natin i-connect sa cross-validation. Revalidation of a test on a sample of test takers other than those on whose test performance was originally found to be a valid predictors of some criterion, okay? Often results to validity shrinkage. Okay? Ano nga po ba yung validity shrinkage? This is the decrease in item validities that inevitability occur after cross-validation. Okay? Ano po yung co-validation? This is conduct on two or more tests using the same sample of the test takers. Okay? Ano naman po yung co-norming? This is creation of norms or the revision of existing norms. Okay? Makukonect din natin dito sa test revision ang anchor protocol, where test protocol scored by highly authoritative scorer that is designed as a model for scoring and a mechanism for resolving scoring discrepancy. Okay? At masasabi ko rin dito yung scoring drift. This is discrepancy between scoring in an anchor protocol and the scoring of another protocol. Okay? Masasabi ko rin dito yung differential item functioning. Okay? Kung saan ang item functions differently in one group of test takers known to have a same level of underlying trait. Okay? Ano naman po yung differential item functioning analysis o diff analysis? This is a test developers structurized group by group item response curve looking for diff items o differential item functioning. Okay? Ano nga po ba yung diff items? Okay? DIF items o differential item functioning items. This is items that respondents from different groups at the same level of underlying traits have different probabilities of endorsing a function of their group membership. Okay? Next na tayo dito sa ating computerized adaptive testing. Refers to an interactive computer administrative test-taking process wherein items presented to the test takers are based in part on the test taker's performance on previous items. Okay? The test The test administered may be differ for each test takers depending on the test performance on the items present. Okay, this is reduce floor and ceiling effects. Okay, ano po ba yung floor effects? Okay, occurs when there is some lower limits on a survey or questionnaire and a large percentage of respondents scores near these lower limits. Okay? Test takers have low score. Ano naman po yung ceiling effects? It is click. Ano nga po ba yung ceiling effects? It occurs when there is some upper limit on a survey questionnaire. Okay? Or survey, and a large percentage of respondents score near these upper limits. Okay? For instances, the test taker have a high score. Okay? Let's proceed to our item branching. Item branching natin. Item branching natin, guys. This is ability of the computer to tailor the content and order for presentation of the items on the basis of responses to previous items. Okay? Ito naman po yung routing test natin. Yung saan subtest used to direct or to route the test takers to a suitable level of items. Okay? Item mapping method where settings cut scores that entails a histographic representation of items and expert judgment regarding item effectiveness. Okay? Sa ating basal level naman po, the level of which the minimum criterion number of correct response is obtained. Sa ating computer assist physiological assessment naman po is this where standardized test administration is assured for test takers and variation is kept to a minimum. Okay? Test content and the length is tailored according to the test taker's ability. Okay? So, yun guys, dito na po nagtatapos ang ating topic para sa ating test development ng method and statistics used in research studies and test construction. Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe and help me to get 1 million subscribers. Okay? Thank you! Bye-bye!